Garten of Banban is a completely perfect game with nothing wrong with it. In all fairness though, Garten of Banban is a pretty decent game. It's just got its, flaws. But, it's far too frowned upon in my opinion. I think it's pretty damn good. Let's start with an overview. So basically in Garten of Banban 1, you go to a kindergarten to find your child or something. Then you go through this whole spiel about opening the door and then finding some fucking batteries, and then you get a drone. You open the door, you find a scary pink bird, you go solve an egg puzzle, get another keycard, break into a ball pit, you solve another little puzzle, and then bird chase scary, kill bird, run back to orange room, go down elevator, die, end game. Very simple shit, I know. There are some pretty reasonable criticisms for the game, considering, the devs are not awful people, but they're not the best. And the drone is a pretty... It's a fine game mechanic, but it's also not great. The graphics aren't basically, the entire quote-unquote wrong thing, is that the game is, mediocre at best for most people. Well, I understand, that's fair. And, character designs just everything having ridiculously high polygons is another thing. But I generally find the game fun, and we're about to go into that. Ho ho ho. A good thing about Garten of Banban, I think, is what the fuck am I on about? The game general aesthetic. I like the general aesthetic of Banban, being in a kindergarten looking for your fucking son or whatever. I think it's pretty rad. Pretty funky, if you ask me. Pretty funkalicious. The puzzles, I think the puzzles are a pretty strong part of Banban. Some would say it's we'll go in depth in the Garten of Banban 2 video, where some of the puzzles do feel like a lot of padding, but in Banban 1 it feels good. The egg puzzle, very fun little thing. The what's your color puzzle, that's a pretty fun thing, pretty easy to solve if you just go back and pay attention. I think it's pretty forgiving with the puzzles as well, there's nothing stupid that you can't or won't be able to understand. And the chase scene is pretty good, I like definitely the tension of Opilabird just crossing that gap. I mean, once you've seen it once, you obviously aren't going to be scared anymore, but the weird approach thing it does with the AI, that's really cool. And the chase itself, pretty fun. The death is also pretty fun. And then the secrets of the game are pretty cool as well, having to find a hidden egg and everything, and then shove that in a bird's mouth to open a secret lore room. That's pretty funky dory. There are a couple of reasons why Garten of Banban is so hated. For one reason, it's just the devs releasing it every couple months, making it feel really rushed. And, some of the later games are... they have sections that aren't great, but the first one got a lot of backlash, mostly because of the brothers' response to it, and just so many stupid little mascot horror games coming out at the time that this just felt like the worst one to pick out on. Which, granted, out of the ones coming out at the time, like Poppy Playtime, Bendy and all that shit, FNAF, it is the worst one out of them, objectively, but, it's yeah, that's why. I have nothing else to say for this video. Someone write me a script for next time, please.